Joining us right now is the CEO of Humanscale, Bob King. And Bob, it's good to have you on the program this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Maria.
As a manufacturer with 2 U.S.-based manufacturing facilities and a design studio in New York City, your company and you have a real viewpoint in terms of why this is happening to the middle class. Tell us.
I think what's happened in the United States is we've switched from a manufacturing-based economy 50 years ago in the 70s, when 30% of our workers were employed in manufacturing, to today when less than 9% of our workers are employed in manufacturing. We're really a service-based economy now. The nature of a service-based economy is it creates a small number of jobs at the top, not many jobs in the middle-class jobs, but a lot of jobs at the bottom, people providing those services. Manufacturing, particularly high-value manufacturing, creates a lot of good middle-class jobs. People who are engineers, manufacturing experts, information technology experts. Those jobs are largely gone. How
do those jobs come back? When you look at Hillary Clinton's plan for jobs and Donald Trump's plan for jobs, is it about taxes or actual manufacturing? Which plan will create more jobs?
I would say neither plan will help manufacturing. I think both plans are destructive to our manufacturing base. What we have to do to bring manufacturing back to the United States is we have to create an environment where growing manufacturers can thrive. Right now we have an environment where growing manufacturers are literally crushed by our tax code. We have the worst tax code in the world for particularly for growing manufacturers.
So what's the, there's a debate about the extent to which manufacturing jobs, as you say, the high-paying, the good quality jobs have gone because of trade, but also there's the technology factor, right? The fact that a lot of manufacturing jobs, and increasingly even service sector jobs too, are becoming redundant because of technological innovation. If it is technology, how do we get, it's not just a question about, and I take your point absolutely about taxes, but whether it's Trump saying that we need to bring American jobs back to America, or whether it's Bernie Sanders saying we need to impose a trade embargo on other countries. How do you deal with the problem that so many jobs are just being replaced by machines? So many people's jobs are just being replaced by machines now.
The jobs we want in America are not low-paying assembly line jobs. Those jobs we've lost. We've lost to low-cost countries like China, and that's a really good thing for America, by the way. And it's actually good for U.S. manufacturing because, number one, it allows American families to buy goods and services at very low cost, goods primarily, at a very low cost. It also allows American manufacturers to buy parts and components from low-cost countries that they can use to build products in America, high-value products in America. Automation. When you talk about automation, you're talking about automating the assembly line workers. Those are jobs we don't want in America anyway. When you automate, you create a huge number of jobs that are middle class, high-paying jobs. So that's not an unhealthy situation. If you look at the German economy, 20% of their workforce is employed in manufacturing. They're highly automated. They have a vibrant middle class, unlike the United States. They have a vibrant middle class because 20% of the workforce is in manufacturing, and those are great middle-class jobs. We don't have those jobs. We've lost them. The way to get them back is to create an environment where innovative, growing manufacturers can thrive. Right now, the tax code...
So you go back to the tax code.
The tax code, it makes it impossible for growing companies.
Compare the tax codes between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, then. What do you think?
Well, Donald Trump's approach is let's put duties on countries like China that provide low-cost goods to the United States. That's a very bad idea and could be really destructive for 2 major reasons. One, those duties are simply a tax on the American consumer, right? The American consumer doesn't need more taxes. Also, what's going to happen to consumption? That's going to reduce consumption in the United States, slow our economy even more. We can't afford to be slowed anymore. We're around 1% growth as it is. The other thing is U.S. manufacturers, and no one seems to understand this, rely very heavily on low-cost parts and components from countries like China to be able to effectively make products in the United States. We have free trade agreements with 20 countries around the world, including Mexico and Korea. We have a trade surplus with those free trade countries of $12 billion last year. Free trade is important for manufacturing in the United States.
So you like Hillary Clinton's tax plan, then?
No, I don't.
You don't like that one either? Okay.
In the United States, there are roughly 250,000 manufacturing companies. All but 3,700 of them are small companies. The owners of those companies are going to be taxed higher. So she's going to tax these manufacturers.
There you go. Bob, good to see you. Thanks so much. Bob King. We'll be right back.